Foundation of Goodness, the objective is to try and narrow the gap between the urban and the rural sectors. I have seen the disparity growing wider and wider. So we wanted to go down to the rural communities and enrich their quality of life, trying to give them opportunity, training and the facilities so that they could excel just like in the urban sector, trying to create equality as much as we can. I was pretty privileged to be educated in Colombo, and I had all the chances, the opportunities, facilities and the training. But each time I came back to the village, I realized that brothers and sisters who were much smarter, brighter and more skillful than I am was not making the same progress. So I was very curious and inquisitive to know what this is all about. So I soon found out the problem, but I didn't have the funding or any other kind of resources to go ahead. But when the opportunity knocked at my door, that's the first thing I did in trying to establish a village heartbeat model to begin with. And that's what has expanded right across Sri Lanka more or less, but mostly south, north and the east. So it's in essence, it's about extending opportunities for better results in terms of those who are really less fortunate. I just had allocated a certain portion of my property to construct a place where we could teach kids English, train them in computers, then a maternity clinic, children's play park and a life skills development center, and then of course supporting the rural school in numerous ways. So it was kind of a good start, because nothing ever great is achieved without taking that one step at a time. And then the tsunami struck on the 26th of December 2004, and it in a matter of few seconds brought down everything into ruin, debris and rubble. So in a way, we were asked to completely rebuild back better. It was a journey that I cannot even now comprehend how well we have fought back to construct the lives of everyone who was traumatized and destroyed in terms of the tsunami. But we managed to harness the waves of compassion to overpower the waves of destruction. When the disaster struck, everyone was coming into villages to see what they can do, and the compassion was overflowing. And it was really nice to see how people reached out to try and rebuild the lives of those who were badly affected. And when everyone came and saw our place in action, then they wanted to actually contribute. So everything that came to us, I accepted without hesitation, and I said yes, and I can, because I knew this would be the last time someone would come to your doorstep and offer relief. It's more like a university, it's like a holistic rural community model. So if I explain in areas of empowerment, you start from a preschool, English teaching, computer training, business skills development, women's enterprise, medical center, psychosocial support, dental clinic, women's enterprise, environment management, vocational training like photography, electrical installation and maintenance, children's goodness clubs, Tamil classes, diving and training, and then the sports. You play cricket, swimming, volleyball, netball, badminton, karate. So there are about 30 different productive empowerment sectors, so that they can gainfully gain some skills.
The reason that we have brought this North Under 17 team to Sinigama is part of an exchange program where we want to bring the North boys to Sinigama, as well as take a team from Sinigama to the North. And as a first come, we have brought them here. And what we like to do is they will be playing 2 T20 cricket matches with the Foundation of Goodness Under 17 teams, and then also visiting the Foundation of Goodness to see what they have, what we have achieved, what we have done, and also interact with our Tamil class students.
One of the major drawbacks we've had in the rural communities is that we lacked the potential to learn English and develop IT skills. As I see over the years, this has got very much better. And wherever we go, whether it's the south or the north, now in the north more so, we try to empower them through computers, which today brings the world at your feet. And they also learn English faster. So our priority is to establish as many opportunities or training centers of learning. I personally think that if the rural communities, let's say the rural boys and girls and the youth and women have access to English and IT, then they have a future that they can look forward to. So that's the outcome of such a facility, but it has to be funded. There are trainers, there are coaches, there are teachers. Volunteers are priceless. They have come from all over the world, and for the last 10 years, in terms of post-tsunami, we've had 1,000 plus.
I make volunteering with my school because in France I'm in business school, and it's really important for my school for students to discover the world when you give without receive in money in exchange.
I am 22 years old and I live in France. And with my school, I need to make a humanitarian mission during 3 months. So I come here because the previous volunteer was come here. It was so happy and recommend this foundation.
Every month, we've had this 5 to 7 volunteers, and they bring in a new kind of dimension to the entire project and adding value to take it to the next level. I think it's strange in a way that most of our funding now comes by word of mouth, and I think if you build a unique experience, the word of mouth is very powerful. So hopefully we've expanded to the north post-conflict, trying to rebuild their lives speedily, and having gone there 45 occasions consecutively, uninterruptedly, unwaveringly, we've been able to help such a large number and continue to do so. It's been a great opportunity to work in the north and trying to help them come up in life. So it's fantastic. So in the short term, we provided the kind of relief they wanted, whether it's home essential items, livelihoods, sending children to school, giving them bicycles, building infrastructure, wells, toilets, and then in the midterm, we've started building libraries, computer training labs, developing cricket, especially because of our high cricket profile as Board of Trustees like Murali, Kumar and Mahela. I think cricket in Sri Lanka is a religion, and I'm told that even during the conflict, when there was a cricket match, everything came to a complete halt. Because they were watching cricket. And for example, when Murali, being a Tamil, when he was bowling, everyone was clapping. So there were no barriers as such.
It's all about getting the north and south together and make the peace between the communities. That's the most important thing, and also the sport can make peace all over the world, I think, so that we choose cricket as a foundation. So making sure the people children who from north and also from the south get together and know each other and mingle with them and have a good cricket tournament. So that's what we all about.
I think sport has this power, like what Mr. Nelson Mandela has said, to change one's personality and change the communities and change the world. So it's an amazing tool to take one step forward and end up where you want to reach.
ඔව් ගොඩක් සන්තෝෂෙන් ඉන්නවා අපේ ටීම් එකත් එක්ක. මොකද අපි හරියම එකමුතුයි කට්ටිය එකට එන්ජොයි කරලා හොඳට විනෝද වෙනවා. කට්ටිය සාකච්ඡා කරලා හොඳට ගේම් එක ප්ලේ කරලා හොඳ අනිත් අයටත් තනකයක් දීලා අනිත් අයත් එක්ක සහයෝගයෙන් ඉන්නවා හොඳට. තමයි එන්ජොයි කරලා ක්‍රිකට් හොඳට ප්ලේ කරනවා.
මේ හතුරු ඇති කරගන්න නෙමෙයි බලන්නේ. මෙතන යනකොට තව යාළුවෝ ටිකක් ඇති කරගෙන යන්න බලන්නේ. يعني මෙතනින් අපිට කනෙක්ෂන් තමයි තව ඕනේ. අපි කවදාවත් ඉතින් මේක තරහ වෙලා ඉවරලා අපිට එහෙම කවදාවත් ඉස්සරහට යන්න බෑනේ. අපි ඒ නිසා මේක අවස්ථාවක් කරගන්නේ තව යාළුවෝ හොයාගන්න.
කට්ටියට එන්න කියලා අපි ඒගොල්ලන් අත් ඇදලා අරගෙන කතාවට අරගෙන සින්දු කියලා හැමදේම කරන්නේ මේ සුවදත්වයක් ඇති කරගන්න. ඒ වගේම එතකොට අපි ඒගොල්ලන් ගැන දැනගන්නවා, ඒගොල්ලෝ අපි ගැන දැනගන්නවා. ටැමිල් ටීම් එක වුණත් අපි ඒගොල්ලෝ ටැමිල් දන්නේ නැති වුණත් අපි ඒගොල්ලොත් එක්ක සිංහලෙන් හරි කතා කරනවා. ඒගොල්ලෝ අපිට ටැමිල් වලින් කියනවා අපිට තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ.
In the long term, what we aspire to achieve is to try and replicate the model we have in the south by way of a learning and empowerment institute and also educational based sporting infrastructure to make sure that children have access to very modern good facilities so that they can actually come through. That of course requires a lot of funding, and I hope people around the world will be supportive other than the overseas donors. I hope the diaspora also will join. Reconciliation is not about theory alone. There's a lot of people who talk about theory, but it is also translating them into action, what matters at the ground level. It's not about researchers, it's about practitioners. 10 years of the tsunami, we've done everything possible to serve humanity the way we expected and beyond. So the next 10 years is to establish ourselves in taking this concept into another level, but we need to stabilize in terms of our financial resources to make sure that it is sustained into the next 10 years. I'm hoping that we can continue to touch the lives of so many others and help them to succeed in life, because there's a lot of talent out there in the rural villages, and Sri Lanka to me will never be prosperous to the extent unless we empower the rural disadvantaged communities.